For being in the
Yes.
game for so long, I'm making an assumption because some actors just want to act. Do you want to, like, you're producing, you're doing other stuff, right? Like,
Yes,
talk to me
I
about your
definitely.
other endeavors and your why not me moments as far as other pursuits outside of acting.
Yeah, I definitely want to create. That's something that I'm so passionate about, and just creating other opportunities for people. And the films I grew up on was like, the John Singleton era, when he was touching like the community, but all those films were going global. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like a regional thing. Those films were massive and big at
Yeah.
small price points, and then it felt like we got away from that. You know what I'm saying? For some reason, like these movies make these studios all this money, and then you feel like, oh, it can't happen again. But it's just like, there's an underserved community that's ready for this, and I want to provide. That's what my film company. I want to do those 5 and unders or 10 and under films and touch my community, but take them worldwide and global. But because there's an audience for that, you know.
Yeah.
So those are like, that's what I want to do, starting off and maybe branch out to bigger. But I want to do what I know well, like far as my community, and shoot them elevated. I'm poetic.
Always.
I know cameras. I know everything. I know the gravitas. I know theatricality. I know it all. Like, I'm not limited to just one thing. I've been in so many movies where I've learned from the Clint Eastwoods. I've learned from, the Tyler Perrys. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
we did a movie that was considered like when you see it, like I was a straight up brother in this movie, cussing and doing some crazy stuff, and it went #1 across the world.
That ain't just us watching.
That's what it wasn't just
Yeah.
us. So I'm just like,
Yeah.
there's something there, guys. Like, come on, let's keep it going, right? Like, so that's what I want to do with my with some of the projects that I have that I'm mustering up right now.
What's the name of your company?
Hardcore Films.
Yeah.
It's hard. My last name, first name, Cory, but it's COR. So hardcore.
Hardcore.
COR.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. And we've talked a little bit about, maybe we could collaborate on some things.
I think I've sent you some stuff years
You
ago.
sent me some stuff
And you've
a little
always
while
been
ago.
great. I remember always been like, pick up my call or respond, man. You've always been a real one. So to see you doing this platform, and when you hit me, sorry, I got the little sinus and ear infection.
Oh, it's all
I was
good.
like, I got to do it with my brother because he's doing great, and he's always been a real one, and I'm proud of him. So
I appreciate the feeling is mutual. From day one, you've always kept it a buck with me, always straight shooting me, and like, you take my calls too. So it's always important to kind of remember those who remember you, respect those who respect you, because it's a long road that we're on this entertainment grind. There's a lot of people who give zero fucks about you, me, and our journey. So when you meet people that respect the grind and respect the journey and respect you as a human, you got to keep those people close and keep kind of doing that thing. Let's talk about, you've just been in so many great titles, like even like the TV stuff, like The Oath and like SWAT, where you recurred, and like just so many dope. All American is a great show.
Oh, wow. You did your homework.
Like, I'm a fan, but like, are you sometimes when we're looking forward, obviously, when you take a moment to look back, are you just kind of like, I knew this was going to happen? Or is it just like, what is it emote the feeling of your success to date?
I believe I was destined for this.
Mm-hmm.
I work hard, Mike. Like, when no one sees this, but even my partner was telling me the other day, he helped me coach on something. He said, dude, you'll take one page and study it for 3 days. Just one page.
Yep.
He said, you'll run this crazy. Like, he saw me like, you'll sing in lines. Like, you're trying to just get all these different rhythms, you know what I'm saying? And different flows and beats. And he was just like, man, dude, like, this, you really working over here. And you're Cory. He's like, you're Cory Hardrict. And I'm looking like, I'm just Cory. What are you talking about?
You're like, I'm trying to get
but
that
that's
next
what
job.
they don't. That's what they don't see. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like hard work, dedication, keeping God first. You're always going to, get further in whatever you're doing in life. But you got to put the work and the effort in. But sometimes I just, this year I sat back and said, wow, I'm really, really blessed. And I've always said I'm really blessed, like going to Chicago and throwing the first pitch out of the Cubs game and my son being there. And I kind of shed a tear a little bit and was like, I grew up a Cubs fan. My first baseball team was the Cubs and Pee Wees, and my name was on the Jumbotron. It made me say, this is real, Mike. That was kind of one of the first times where I said, wow, this is really real. I am living my dream. And I sat back a little bit and said, man, be grateful. Be grateful. And I always been grateful, but sometimes in Hollywood, they make you think like if you're not Denzel and Will Smith,
you ain't shit.
You're right. Like,
I am shit.
Right.
I am somebody.
You're not doing nothing. He ain't doing nothing, man. He ain't over here with this.
I just worked for 2 decades.
I started thinking that way. Like,
well, look, that's why you got to check out sometimes to check back in.
I'm not enough, or I'm not doing well. And I'm being honest. Like, it's like, wow, this ain't. And then you just think like, I got to keep going. I got to get what's the next play? Everything is, what's the next play? Okay, I finished that. What's the next play? Sometimes you just got to sit back and say, the play is what it is. You woke up this morning. That's the play, right?